Research is solving a puzzle. Is every single day you're trying to ask the question, why is this happening? Why is this cell not dying? How can I prevent it from being resistant to therapy?
I think that attitude is 70% of success in our field. You have to be invested. You have to want to do research. You have to have. You need to know, and you need to want to know how things work.
We're always adapting, always try to find correct and right answers.
I really was interested in asking more questions, in trying to answer those questions by doing research.
Research means new ideas, new real tools that we can have to improve our lives, to give hopes to people.
Major thing that I see is a big unmet need. So I think that's where we really fit, trying to find really greater treatments to really cure if we can.
The big question currently in myeloma to define novel treatment strategies for patients who are not responding to the current treatment strategies.
I still face every day patients in which I don't really have many more choices for them. And those are young patients that really are fighting for their lives. I need to be able to do something more for them.
I've never taken the easy way out of doing things. I think, myeloma is a hard one to really treat. It's definitely something that we're working hard to do.
This field is very dynamic. Every day is different, so we have to continue moving forward. And sometimes we have hypotheses that work, but they come with other questions, and we follow that questions and trying to maybe learn more about the pathway that we are studying.
There is something unique about myeloma and myeloma patients because they truly understand their disease. We work well together, and you can see the changes in survival that we've had over the last few years.
We are trying very hard to define novel treatment strategies in our laboratory. And the second part we are doing in our lab is to define predictive markers for certain treatments.
In my project, we'll study the details on how immune system can improve just to avoid relapse.
To look deeper into the expression, the mechanisms of action, the regulation of non-coding RNAs in patients with multiple myeloma.
We're trying to see, can you use the blood to measure what's going on in your bone marrow, but also can you use it multiple times? So if you're getting therapy and we can get once a month the blood sample, can we know which cancer cells are responding, which cancer cells are not responding?
What we are going to look into is a new compound that we have developed to target notch signaling, which is a pathway that controls the communication between myeloma cells and other cells that are in the microenvironment.
What are the real genes or proteins that we need to switch off or inhibit or something to really treat it? What are the new drugs or what drugs are available that may treat them or that could be used to treat those specific genes and proteins?
The challenge is to go on further. To define novel questions and to not be happy with the results which you received.
Not always experiments work, and that's part of our work. We have to deal with that. But of course, when the experiments work, your hypothesis is good, it's great.
Passion is the first, thing we need to do better what we are doing.
We have a brand new drug that we're testing. It's looking really, really promising. We've moved it forward. We've already found resistance mechanisms to it. We're hoping to move it forward even further than this next year of funding. So I think without the funding, there's no way we could have moved as far and as fast as we have.
We're going to get results, and that we're going to get results that will matter to patients with myeloma.
You keep going. You wake up every day in the morning, you say, that didn't work, let's try something else. Let's keep going. And you see it in your patients every single day. When you treat them, they keep going. And that's what's driving us all.